Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live at HAFEZ Reflects at Leicester Square, covering the March for Freedom, I believe. And I'm a bit late, but the march started at Marble Arch and it's now at Leicester Square. So here we are. So let's get to it. Okay, we are walking with the marchers. Let's see what happens. Okay, the marchers kind of having to walk around all the buskers. Sorry. There's a whole bunch of buskers with ABBA playing. This may cause some issues.
One more chorus, okay? Got one more chorus left in here. Let's wait till these guys get through. Shall we?
All right. Let's see if we can get to the front of this march. We're walking, trying to get to the front of this. There's Lewis doing his thing. I'm not. Oops. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you, oh nice.
My dad has more than me now. Me and my dad are competing.
I think the other one might be a bit more lively, shall we say?
We can go there. 2 cameras in one spot.
Just get different angles.
Yeah, I'm happy to discuss afterwards because various plans to like grow.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm up for it.
I just got to 20k recently.
I know.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Well done, my son.
I know.
It's good. It's a steady growth.
Definitely. The buskers at the Israel.
Yeah.
Do you know if Francis is around today as well?
Francis, I don't think. Oh, Francis. No, I don't know. I haven't been in touch with him since I got back, so I'm not sure. He was moving house and stuff, so he had a lot on his plate. Last I talked to him. Oh.
It's good, like, we're working as a team.
Yeah.
Eventually I can only go so far just by myself.
Exactly, yeah. And then we can, yeah, that's true. If there's multiple things happening, we can always...
People I've spoken to, we can go so like different because so for the Israel protest,
exactly.
it's so much easier. This is why I've got my channel.
Yeah, no, it was actually really good when you. I mean, it was ideal when you asked me to do that because that moment, those were massive. Yeah, I got a few hundred subs. Also, the fact that, I mean, because mine was glitching, so I actually mostly went on your channel. But your channel had like I was at one point like 16, 20,000 subs.
Wow.
Yeah. Guys, relax. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, something.
What's going on there?
Just keep moving.
Keep going. Do not be more. Leave it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a gentleman who's been arrested, and they're currently trying to control him. We have several officers holding him down.
You've assaulted our officers. Don't apologise, that's completely insulting.
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
YouTube.
Guys, can we just be back in the restaurant, please? Can you just leave it?
Ladies and gents, move back, please. Move back. You're more than welcome to film. You need to move back. Move back. Well, film this. Just take that's perfect. Thank you. So we're out the road and they've got a bit of room to work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just 1 or 2 steps more, mate, just so I can get out of the road. Thank you very much. Very kind. Yeah, we'll live up to the fella, sorry. I'm just going over that side. You're all right to film? Just go over that side. Is that all right? Thank you.
Oh.
Watch your arm.
Sorry.
Why don't you put his trousers on? Right, listen, go before we lift him up. Right, get him up. Fucking policy to put his pants down.
At this moment, his safety is our main concern. So that's our main concern. Putting his trousers up at this
Just 2
moment,
seconds, so that's not in my head.
his safety is our main concern. We're doing this safely,
I don't
okay?
get that. I just don't get that.
Okay, well, if you don't, that's absolutely.
Just talk a little bit, please.
You know where they're going now.
Yeah, your head off, alright. Eyes on his side, yeah? got enough this side to pick him up. Do you want to swap out?
No, it's okay. Those guys are all recording. Oh, Wellesley, yeah, he's okay. He's all right. He's all right. I think he's all right.
Okay, let's get him flat very briefly. Place down the ball. Let's get him flat. Flat down. That's it.
They're collecting his stuff. Okay, it looks like. Oh, sorry. Are you okay? Sorry. My backpack is a bit of a. Okay. Looks like drama's over. The guy's been put in the back of the.
Not for him.
Well, no, not for him, but
It's just started.
for this location. Everything's okay. Oh, Christ. Yeah, I got most of that. Yeah. It's all right.
Who are you guys?
YouTube, independent.
What, have you got a car or anything?
Mine is called HAFEZ Reflects, and his is called Louis Errington.
HAFEZ Reflects.
Yeah, that one.
HAFEZ.
HAFEZ Reflects. HAFEZ.
Right, thank you.
It's live, so
It's right.
it's on there now.
I mean, he was attacking.
He was being a bit, he was being belligerent for sure. But the thing is, in all honesty,
there's got to be a better way than this. Jesus. I hate these new tactics.
It's a little bit of a hair, but the thing is, the guy was told to sort of step away several times. If he just stepped away, it would have all been fine.
He should have done.
But he kept running in.
He was an idiot, but it's like to see that.
Well, they say F around, find out. It's a F around, find out moment. Everything all right? Everything all right? Looks like the vans are going in. Everybody's good. Okay, guys, we're going to go rejoin the march. Okay.
He's covering the camera too.
Oh,
As he is ready
sorry.
for He's covering both.
Lewis, are we going to keep going down
yeah,
there?
let's just
Or,
keep
I mean, I don't know if there's any more to be. Unless, do you think there's more here? I don't really think so. I think they're gonna drive him off.
So random.
Well, no, the guy was kind of belligerent and he was protesting the protest. I don't know, but yeah, he seemed a bit funny, and they pushed him away a couple of times, and then he just kept coming back in. So they just, they tackled him.
We're going to send that to.
Oh, I thought Wellesley was going to get in trouble again. But it looks like he's.
Just holding my camera tight, just close to the ball.
Yeah. You all right, Wellesley? You survived another one.
Did you get the start of that?
Well, the pushing and pulling. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you really? You did? No. When the guy in the back.
Yeah.
You got that? What happened?
Well, he was kind of protesting the protest, and he was complaining about something on the other side of the leaflet, and then eventually they pushed him out of the crowd a few times. It was like 2, maybe 3 times. They kept pushing him out, saying, "Look, you're not part of this protest. You're against."
Was he aggressive?
Well, he was belligerent. That was really the best. I wouldn't say aggressive in the fist flying type of way. His voice was of a more aggressive sort of nature, but he was more of an argumentative guy.
So
he was more argumentative.
Protesting, and he was arguing with the.
But the police were extremely heavy-handed in the way they pushed him out of the crowd. It wasn't like, "Could you come over here? Let me have a chat with you," kind of thing. It was like, boom, just. Bouncer style, and obviously that got his adrenaline pumping. He got a bit more, physical, and then, I think it was like 2 or 3 hard pushes, and then he was on the ground, basically.
And then that's when they jumped onto him.
Yeah. It was after like
It's a last resort.
Supposed to be.
According to appealing policing principles.
Yeah, well, that you were cutting in for that day, that was awesome. And good stuff, good work. You work with Street Mike a lot as well, apparently.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Like, he's a really nice guy.
He is, Wendell. Yeah, he's a good man. He's been doing some stellar work recently. He went all the way to Southport, covered that.
Oh yeah, that was excellent.
Yeah.
I could have run down with you.
Yeah, that would have been worth it. I mean, when he first sort of built it, it was like, oh, he's going there for a vigil, and I was like, okay, that's going to be a bit of a nothing burger. But the way it ended up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a. As you can see, there is actually an event thrown. Yeah, it's called the black on the square. Yeah. So you see, it's not just protests in London. By the way, I saw some of you guys in the chat. HAFEZ, Rodney, big up everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining me today. We'll be covering. But then, if there's anything still, well, that was a bit of an event, you know, with him.
Was he just an agitator?
He was a protester of the protest kind of thing. Yeah, he was kind of protesting the protest.
Wait, so was he part of the protest?
I don't know because he started complaining about the other side of the leaflet, and then he started to mouth off a little bit.
Are you still streaming?
I am.
No, but who was streaming from there?
Oh, I'm streaming here, but I might also head down. One of my mates is also at the March for Life.
Yeah.
1 second, I'm gonna have to. Oh no, wait, I'm phoning myself. Hold on.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah, I'm still streaming. I just don't know where we're.
Where the guys are.
I need to go back on that.
Yeah, we looks like we've lost our little protest, but I think I would have imagined they ended up there anyway.
And more of them coming. And more coming.
Come up with that. Oh, my uncle that went round here, his sick uncle.
Right.
Do you know see a man about a dog come on? Yeah, exactly. Literally. Old song about
All right, guys, let me know. Oh, it's buffering. Damn it. It's buffering. Sorry, guys. I think the signal is a bit out today. Apparently I'm buffering, so I apologize for the buffering. The signal in this area is quite bad. It's never been great at Parliament. But we'll keep going, see what happens. It's like I've got full signal. Why would I be buffering? I don't understand.
They had opened, so it was just right? And I didn't see any. Yeah. Was it a young guy, old guy?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna try and get down to the end of this and then check to see what's going on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer to the main protest. To the main protest. It's okay now. Thank you, HAFEZ. Thank you, DEF. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Ricky Millwall. Thank you, everyone who's in the chat right now. Sound seems to be good. Buffering seems to have fixed itself. We're just walking down to the protest and see what's what. Maybe we can get an interview or two. I don't know. But for now, we are just walking. Hello. We are, yeah, it looks like there's actually two groups, possibly. I don't know. Let's get there. Let's get there quickly. Okay. Okay, here we are. It's not a big crowd, but it's a crowd. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What is this? Stand up. No, get up, stand up. All right, guys, I was just given this. Get up, stand up. It's a very creative leaflet. Okay. Okay, so here we are with the protesters. I'm not sure. Interesting. Okay, let's see if we can interview people or talk to people. I'm not sure. I think they're trying to get the speaker system to work.
Nacho's got the phone. Nacho's got the phone. Nacho, you're going to get beaten.
That was all for nothing. Right, Monty, Nazareth, Nacho, let's go.
Let's move it. We like to move it. We like to.
Copyrighted music. Gotta talk over the copyrighted music. It's gonna screw up the channel. Okay, we're moving over here, I guess. They are. We are moving. Again. Let's see if we can cover the ladies' banners. Horse shit. Megaphones. Not really sure what else is going on right now.
Go, guys. We're going to wait there again. Orlando, you ready? Supply. Dare not supply. Where's this? Supply. Dare not supply. Reject. The great reset. 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 Reject. The great reset.
This is going
going to Brixton?
I don't know. Cover the March for Life over there. If this is too much. Yeah. I'll be able to walk too far to it.
I'm not walking to Brixton. My commitment to this march may not go that far. It's pretty much about there.
Apparently there was a March for Life here, I think. I'll cover that. In fact. Yeah, March for Life.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like that maybe this march may be going all the way to Brixton. So I'm not sure exactly. Well, there's another march.
Yeah, there appears to be another march.
There appears to be another march that we might be covering. March for Life. It looks like, what's this? Like an anti-abortion,
I believe so.
kind of some sort of an anti-abortion, possibly.
It might be something else.
It may be some. Yeah, it looks like we see another bunch of flags. Shall we go and see if we can cover that?
As well, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna walk over to this march, to this protest here, whilst these guys are going to probably march away from here now. Okay. Not sure what to do.
Right, guys, can I just make a quick announcement since we're at Parliament? I'll make a quick announcement here. Has everyone got an invite to the People's Platform?
Unless do you want to head over there now, maybe?
Shall we go? I mean,
I'm going to tell you.
we just abandon these guys essentially
We don't want to disturb
because we're not really sure what they're doing.
Okay, let's cover that then. Yeah.
Okay, we're going across the road to see what's.
As well.
Okay,
So now
okay,
we're
where?
covering the
Yes.
Pro-Life March. It's currently in Parliament Square.
See what's going on here.
There appears to be a big crowd too.
There is a big crowd.
If any of the mobs are in the live chat, if you don't mind.
Hello. There you go.
Abused by this police officer with the sergeant with the retired DCC officer. They are vaccinating.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, the vaccination thing is a bit YouTube unfriendly.
What's in the live chat?
Okay, we're here.
Changing the title.
We're here at the human rights thing.
It's a pro-life rally. There appears to be something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if any of them want to be live chat.
Right, well, met a Christian.
So we're currently covering the counter over there.
There's a what?
Counter.
There's a counter demo.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go see. Okay, it appears to be a counter demo to this pro-life demonstration here. There are healthcare doesn't be voice for the voiceless. Yes, healthcare doesn't kill. So there seems to be a counter protest. Let's see what's going on here. Seems to be a pro-abortion.
Are you looking for pro-abortion?
No, just saying is that what that is? We're just covering everything.
Pro-murder.
Interesting. Sorry. Interesting. Let's see. There we go? Okay. Although I think this might be more juicy. This is kind of juicy though.
We could go into the green maybe.
Yeah. There's obviously a big Christian, support contingent. I would imagine. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that would be quite interesting. How do we get onto the green though? If we go that way, yeah. Keep going, man. Let's. Yeah, we were also wondering if Bob from Speaker's Corner may or may not be here. That would be quite interesting. At the moment, we're gonna try and get ourselves onto the green. Try to get closer to the speakers to see if we can hear the speeches. We are a voice for the voiceless. So yeah, it's a very big Christian.
We can interview
these babies. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I wonder how that's going. Okay, this mud is a little bit slippery and wet, so slippery when wet. Be careful. Be careful. Okay, we're gonna make our way to the front. There you go. They are objecting to Margaret Sanger.
Regimes. They continue to practice genocide, targeting certain ethnic and religious people groups. We will not submit to these fetophobic, anti-humanite, childophobic individuals. They are destroying our trees. Yes, abortion kills family trees. We will not stop until the fight for life of the innocent reborn human is guaranteed from conception to natural death. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that the practices of the death culture will perform them into extinction. We pro-lifers will subdue and sustain the earth. That's what will happen. In the spirit of Sir Winston Churchill, we shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and streets. We shall fight in the hills. Never. Thank you, and God bless the United Kingdom and the United States.
Thank you so much to Dr. Hayward Robinson for that amazing speech. I think we should try and make as much noise as we possibly can to say thank you and that we support him. Let's go.
It's so powerful hearing his testimony as a medical expert, of course, and also as a former abortionist. We're so grateful for him to share that testimony with us. It's so moving to hear that abortion is not healthcare because healthcare does not kill. So, without further ado, we will now be introducing our next speaker. Someone who will be familiar to many people here. It's Isabel, who is the co-director of March Life UK.
Hello, March for Life!
My God. Look at these little kids.
Over recent months, many people have become concerned about two-tier policing. Now I should say this is from some police officers and not from all. You might think this isn't an issue to be mentioned today, but I for one am glad that people are waking up to this, because for many years pro-lifers have heavily borne the brunt of this discriminatory practice by some. I can think of countless times when myself or fellow pro-lifers who pray or offer help near abortion centres would be sworn at, spat at, threatened, or even physically assaulted by intolerant locals. The police we spoke to would tell us that nothing could be done about this, even when confronted with video evidence. We were advised, if you don't want to be assaulted, you don't have to come out of your house. Yet some police have been very swift to act against the silent, imperceptible thoughts of pro-lifers. Myself and others have faced the full force of the law simply for silently saying our prayers. Many will know I was arrested for praying in my head near a closed abortion centre. I went to court along with the amazing priest, Father Sean Goff. We were acquitted, but only 2 weeks later I was re-arrested, being told my prayers were an offence. The case was eventually dropped, yet still, when I turned up for my weekly time of prayer, either police or police community support officers would quickly arrive to issue tickets, telling me I was being fined for breaking the law. I had to eventually resort to making a claim against those police for unlawful arrest, false imprisonment and assault. And it was only with threats of a court case pending and the knowledge they couldn't hide those discriminatory practices any longer that the police finally agreed to a settlement. Now, you might be thinking, have I forgotten the real victims here? Are my concerns solely about two-tier policing and the risks that some pro-lifers might have to take to ensure they aren't completely suppressed? No. I bring up the topic of two-tier policing to highlight a deeper issue, one that's existed in our country for over 55 years, that of two-tier justice. We have a fundamental human right that's afforded to every single person in this country, from the frailest pensioner to the busy career man or woman, every mum or dad, teenager or child, every immigrant, legal or illegal, and even to each criminal in our prisons, but not to the most vulnerable and innocent of all, the preborn child. They are denied the most basic right, the right to life itself. When the law fails to acknowledge the dignity of each and every human being, it's teaching citizens to only respect each other when it's convenient. And we're surprised that we have discord in our country. There will never be peace in our country if we don't first have peace in the room. And this must be upheld in law. Our most basic form of justice must apply to all, or it ceases to be justice and becomes selective privilege. Life is not a privilege to be earned, but a gift bestowed on us at conception by Almighty God. For too long now, we have tolerated, supported, or even partaken in the one of a whole swathe of our society, whilst into believing that it's merely healthcare. Abortion isn't healthcare, it's a lie. Oh, we know the truth. We know what it means to be pregnant. Every woman and man knows that when you see that positive indication on a pregnancy test, that you're having a baby and a new life has started. Every woman who has a miscarriage knows she's lost her child, her baby. Even the government recognise it now with baby loss certificates. So we know the truth. But the truth has ceased to matter to us. We have fine-tuned the art of burying it at will. Abortion isn't healthcare, it's a farce. Abortion providers and some of our biggest health organisations who support them wrap up abortion with a charade of pro-woman rhetoric, hiding behind a smokescreen of counterfeit compassion. When we look at the abortion providers and all who support them, including most of our current government, we know we're up against giants. But we also know giants can fall. Those who set themselves against life set themselves against God. And to date, that's never ended well. Abortion isn't healthcare, it's eugenics. The unthinkable has already become reality. Each year, we eradicate around 250,000 children in Great Britain alone. Our abortion law teaches us that those who have heart defects, Down syndrome, cleft palate, or any other kind of imperfection are some kind of subhumans who can be eliminated right up until the day of birth. Mark this. The worst aspects of humankind are the choices we make for ourselves, which no eugenics program can ever rid us of. Those who aren't perfect in their physical health or in their mind, they enrich us all, and yet we screen them out like weeds. Abortion isn't healthcare, it's warfare. We treat innocent preborn children as the enemy, with less rights than a prisoner of war, annihilated simply for existing. Children can't be sent back to their maker like an ill-fitting item of clothing that we buy on a whim. Rather than welcoming each child as a beautiful gift, we treat them as a cheap day return, slamming the door in the face of life before it draws its first breath. This war is also against women, who, after having swallowed the falsehood of abortion, often end up in hospital with complications, and are then cast aside with their grief, grappling to make sense of the years of pain they endure, which result from a clinical procedure which was merely healthcare. Abortion isn't healthcare, it's an abomination. And one in which we've all become complicit by our apathy or our silence. It's not enough to think that abortion is wrong. The world won't be changed by our opinion. We must fearlessly live out our beliefs today, not waiting for tomorrow. Make no mistake, there will be consequences to this. Consequences that will be inconvenient for ourselves, for our family, maybe even cost us very dearly. But in our hearts we know, we have been chosen for a time such as this. If we fail to speak out, there will also be consequences. For some, there will be no tomorrow. Because abortion isn't healthcare, it's a death sentence.
Abortion is not healthcare, it's a death sentence. Abortion is not healthcare, it's an abomination. There will be no justice in this country until there is justice in the womb. Life is not a privilege, it is a right.
Every single human being has the right to life, including those that have not been born yet, and that's why we are here today. Thank you so much, Isabel, for that powerful testimony on that topic. What an inspiring woman. She cares about their abortion so much that she's been arrested twice for standing outside abortion centres and silently praying for them, silently praying for the women who are using those facilities, silently praying for the people who work there, because she loves them and cares for every single one of them, and wants their good. She wills their good, is what love is. We're now going to introduce our next speaker.
Okay, so our next speaker is Anne Hill, who's going to share his story with us today. So let's give him a warm welcome. Thank you, Anne Hill.
And then you can process yours, 100%. Do you know which one it was? Was it the Parliament Square?
No, it was the Tommy Robinson
Do you know when roughly?
Thank you. I would first like to give thanks with all glory to God. Without Him, I would not have the courage to be here and speak before you all. I am thankful and humbled by the invitation to speak. My story began as a young boy brought up in a Catholic faith, like most of my fellow Mexican countrymen, but I strayed from it during my teens. While I was lost, I met the woman who would become someone very dear to me and the mother of my child. Being biology students and understanding all about contraception, we thought we knew better than to have an unwanted pregnancy. And as I would soon realize, an unwanted one too. We quickly realized she had missed a period and double-checked with a pregnancy test and found out that a baby had been conceived. I was thrilled at the news and I felt immense happiness at the prospect of being a father. I immediately told my girlfriend I would take responsibility, quit school, and support her and my child. Her response to my resolve was, "I do not want this, get it off me." After she decided she wanted an abortion, she looked up where to find an abortion clinic, and I accompanied her on the very same day. After confirming the pregnancy with an ultrasound, the medical staff started using dehumanizing terms for my child, calling him the product as they pointed at him in the screen. I remember she did not want to look at him, but I saw him. People in white robes and medical equipment went through the procedure as a matter of fact, reassuring us this will not have no impact on her health long term, disregarding the life budding within her. At the time, Mexico City was the only place in Mexico where abortion was legal and a very sensitive topic for anti-Christian and modern rhetoric, feminist rhetoric of the time. In their eyes, a man pleading for his child's life was no different than an abusive partner forcing his will over a girl. Because of this, I felt powerless to prevent any of this from happening. I felt no one would care or listen to my thoughts on the matter. We continued studying, graduated, broke up, and I now moved to the UK to continue my studies, but I fell into a deep depression. It took me years to return to my faith and realize how deeply hurt I was by the amount of guilt, grief and regret I carried around because of the abortion. I found out Rachel's Vineyard and they helped me see that my grief is as valid as anyone else's. I was so afraid. I was so afraid and angry before going to retreat. Angry at the woman who had taken the child of my life, and angry at the man who had stood idly doing nothing, watching it all happen. I felt I had blood on my hands. But 72 hours later, after having been on the Rachel's Vineyard retreat, I began to understand how great and powerful God's healing mercy and love is. All over the world, abortion, or legal pregnancy interruption, as it's called where I'm from, is seen as a matter of free will and a healthcare/reproductive right. However, ending an innocent child's life does not constitute a right, but a morally reprehensible act no one should freely choose. In light of this, I urge all men and women to do what I was scared to do back then. Speak up for the unborn children. Let people know abortion is not and cannot be seen as healthcare. Do not let people be blinded by the fear of responsibility in the face of the blessing of parenthood. I know I cannot make abortion go away or see my child smile with these words. But if I can stop one single abortion from happening, I will repeat it as many times as necessary. Abortion is not healthcare.
Anhil, thank you so much for sharing your moving testimony. It's so brave to come up here and share that with us, and we're so grateful for it. Thank you so much. And thank you as well for sharing your testimony about your faith, how there's redemption is available to every single person. That's the beauty of being a Christian. Redemption comes through Jesus Christ, and thank you so much for sharing that. We're now going to introduce our next speaker, our next keynote speaker.
Okay, so next we have Claire Caldwell, who is a survivor of abortion. And when her mother was 13 years old, she had an abortion. Claire's twin died, but she survived. She was adopted, grew up, and later reconciled with her birth mother. So let's give a warm welcome to Claire Caldwell.
Hello, London! It is an honor to get to be here with you today to share my story at the March for Life UK.
Okay, guys, it's starting to rain.
We
It's getting a little bit heavy.
To celebrate
So I'm gonna have to put my coat on.
To acknowledge that women are strong enough and capable of motherhood. Can you say that with me? Women are strong enough and capable of motherhood. This is something I wish somebody would have told my biological mother, as you'll hear in a moment. But today, together, we have an opportunity every single day. We have an opportunity to choose to be the solution in a pregnant woman's moment of desperation when she is pregnant, scared, and feels like she has nowhere to go. A solution for a woman like my birth mother, who told me that she desperately needed someone like you, someone like me, to stand in the gap for her, to walk alongside of her and tell her that she was strong enough and capable of being a mother, regardless of circumstance. So today, as I share my story with you, I'd like to encourage you to choose today to be that type of person. A very unique type of person that can meet a woman's in her moment of need. A person of integrity who stands for truth and things that are wise. Who fights for women, families, and children and recognizes that we are all created in the image of God with a purpose and a plan. As an infant into an incredible home. Adoption was our normal. I didn't know any different, but I always knew I was so thankful for my family and for my life. But if you had asked me as a child, as a teenager, if I believed that I would ever be the type of person who'd be impacted by abortion, I would have said absolutely not. But when I met my birth mother, I realized, maybe like you, that what I believed about abortion was a lie, because I am the type of person who has been impacted by abortion. I met my birth mother when I was 21, and after an incredible first reunion with her, I decided to have a second meeting. And this second meeting with my birth mother is a meeting that changed the course of my life forever. It is the single most life-altering moment of my life as I thanked my birth mother for choosing life for me. And she broke down into tears and she said, Claire, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't choose life for you. Your life is a miracle. And I remember being so confused in that moment, thinking, what does this mean? And she sat me down and she began to describe to me being pregnant at 13 years old and being told that there was one choice for her, and that was to have an abortion. And my birth mother did. She had an abortion at 13 years old in a doctor's office, surrounded by a doctor and nurses who never once spoke to her and asked her what her choice could have been, never told her that she was strong and capable of motherhood. Instead, they told her the biggest lie, that abortion would help her, that she could go home and go back to life as normal. But she said, I couldn't. It was the single most excruciating moment of my life as I had this painful D&E abortion procedure which tears the baby's body apart limb by limb.
I think that's better.
Only to go back to the doctor a few weeks later.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the stream here and go to Kensington, where there's an Israeli-Palestine protest, and start the new stream there. Okay, thank you for showing up. Thank you, everyone. Keep yourselves tuned to the HAFEZ Reflects channel. I will be live in about 10-20 minutes.
Tears. I have never seen pain in anyone's eyes like I saw that day as she described what happened to her, what happened to me, what happened to my twin, what abortion had done to us, what it had